One of the most sought-after areas in Palm Beach, Florida is Delray Beach. If you are interested in moving or thinking about living in Delray Beach, Florida, this is a video for you. This week we are going to explore the community, the new community of ENCLAVE at Sherwood Park. My name is Ray Fernandez. I'm with Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by eXp Luxury. Welcome. Each week we talk about what it's like to live here in this community we call South Florida. Delray Beach is one of the highlights of Palm Beach. We're going to be exploring that today. We're going to go to the map as well. Listen, like you, I relocated down here 18 years ago, like you might be thinking. And if I were back then, I wish there were videos like this. We highlight all the time communities such as this. So if you want to know what new construction communities are around here in Palm Beach, this is a channel you need to subscribe and you need to follow. This is a unique community. And I say this because of location. This is like 4 to 5 miles from the beach down by Delray Beach. Delray Beach, in my opinion, is the nicest beach in Palm Beach in the southern part of the county. This is the only real new construction area on the eastern part of Delray Beach. You're close to 95. The location cannot be better. If you like Delray Beach, I know why. If you're not sure what Delray Beach is about, check out our previous video on living in Delray Beach. But if you want to be in the heart of everything, I would consider looking at and exploring the ENCLAVE at Sherwood Park. When all is said and done, there are going to be 79 homes here. And the bigger part of Sherwood, the Sherwood Forest, Sherwood Park. And why they get it mixed up often is because, as you can see, that sign says Sherwood Forest, Sherwood Forest Drive. The area is Sherwood Park. This used to be a golf course. That's what that was. It wasn't doing that well from what I'm told. And so what ends up happening is they bought the land out and they made, Pulte is the builder here, and they made 79 homes. So it's not the biggest community in the world, but it's in the great location, and it's not too small, not too big. So if you want an intimate, new construction community in Delray Beach, Florida, this is a community you have to check out. They literally just opened this community, and they already have sold 23 homes. That's what happens when a new construction community opens. They sell pretty quickly, but so they're on a good pace. I think the reason for the high demand is the location and the name that you get when you're building with either Pulte and or DeVasta. So if you're thinking about what it's like to live in this area, if you're wondering what it's like to move to this area, and you want some advice from people who relocated to this area, there's a couple of ways to get a hold of us. Down below is our email address. That's one great way. Also on the screen, you see our phone number. You can either call or text that number. But literally two of the best ways is in the description in the comment section. There's a link. Click on that link. What that'll do is help set up some time for us to speak, either through a phone call or through a Zoom, whatever way you feel most comfortable. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating here to sunny South Florida. We really do have your back. I mean, we work with, we are a new home co-broker. I personally have a great relationship with all the builders. One of the things, we'll talk about independent representation later, but one of the things, if this is not the community for you, I can guide you to other communities in the area. If there are existing homes for sale, they're not going to tell you about it. I will. So if you're looking at new construction in Palm Beach, this is a channel you want to follow. One of the benefits to this community is that they've got inventory that is, from a duration standpoint, like when you can move in, like scattered. I love that. Because when I'm working with clients moving to this area, one of my first questions to you guys is, what's your time frame? Here in this community at the ENCLAVE, they have quick delivery, and they have quick deliveries as soon as, like right now, like immediate delivery, and they have to-be-built homes, which will be ready next year. So depending on your timeline, they probably have it here at the ENCLAVE at Sherwood Park here in Delray Beach, Florida. One of the big benefits, as I mentioned, is the area this is in Delray Beach. So what I have found from people, and leave a comment down below. I'd like to know what you think. I'm going to go to the map. Do you find it helpful? I know that when we were looking way back when, my family and I would have thought so, but let's go to the map and see exactly where we are in Delray Beach, Florida.
All right, here is a map of Delray Beach, the satellite version of it. As you could, so I'm going to zoom out real quick without losing where we are. Well, I'm going to lose it anyway. Boca Raton down here. Boca Raton is just south of Delray Beach. It is the southernmost part of Palm Beach County, one of the biggest cities in Palm Beach. Delray Beach, downtown Delray is right here. Enclave is going to be right here. Enclave by Sherwood Park. Pulte Homes, a builder. It's pretty close. It is really hard and really expensive to be on the water. And I'll show you, and I'll give you an idea how much money some of these homes on the ocean in Delray Beach go for. Today, these are the most expensive homes listed in the existing market in Delray Beach. You have one there, not that it's going to sell there per se, but you have one there listed at $74 million. There's one at $38 million. Here's one at 24, 23, 16. I mean, you can buy a $25 million house on the ocean in Delray Beach. Here's one for 18, just to give you an idea of what, and so that's what your backyard looks like. So as you can see, there is some really expensive real estate when it comes to living in Delray Beach. If you've followed the channel, you know that when I go and I film on Palm Beach Island, it's sort of the same thing. If you're on Palm Beach Island or you're here on Delray Beach on the island portion of Delray Beach, it truly is expensive. Here at the Enclave at Sherwood Park, it is further west. But let me show you a couple things. If you live there, what you're probably going to find, where you're going to probably find yourself going to fairly often. So we're back to the map. Here's Enclave. Now, if you live in Delray, you often hear the word on the avenue. On the avenue means this avenue. This is called 806. No one calls it 806, Route 806. It is it's Atlantic Atlantic Avenue. People call on the avenue. That's what they mean. Here's your downtown section down in here. There is a lot around here. This is where, like, if you live anywhere in Palm Beach County in general, you're going to go here to the restaurants. They have some of the best restaurants and it's in your backyard if you live at the Enclave. It's literally in your backyard. Lots of restaurants, Rocco's Tacos. This place is really neat. It's on the Intercoastal. Here is the Intercoastal. I've sat here on this bridge here that goes off to the island part of Delray Beach, and watch the boats go by. Deck 84 is this restaurant right off the Intercoastal. You have outdoor seating. It is really nice. A lot of construction in this area at the moment, but that changes. They're always building in Delray and in Palm Beach. They try to avoid building in the wintertime. That's our season. Our season here in the Palm Beach area is the wintertime. We get a lot of people down here. Veterans Park, right next to, on the other side of Atlantic Avenue, they have Lady Delray is there. You could literally take a cruise ship. Here you go, Delray Yacht Cruises. You could go up and down the Intercoastal. It's nice. It's a great day out, and this is not really too long of a walk. Now downtown Delray Beach. This goes to like the main entrance to the beach. Delray Beach is the only downtown in Florida that's on the beach. That's one of its notoriety. And you could go, and the resorts here. All those homes I showed you for $1 bajillion are right along here, along Ocean Boulevard here. This, in my opinion, is one of the nicest beaches in the southern part of the county. You could, what I do, I watch the sunsets here. I love the sunsets. I love the sunsets here. You can park on Ocean Boulevard before 8 o'clock for free. After that, they charge you. They have like this parking thing, parking app that you register your car. Before 8 o'clock, it's free. Then the cops will start coming around and ticketing cars and whatnot. But they have people here that meet and do these talk at overtimes. There's just a ton to do here. They have the Delray Open down near here. There's a big tennis arena down here. They do a big tree lighting ceremony every Christmas, right around the beginning of December, the month of December. They have like this really neat silver ball retro arcade. It's really nice. This is again a lot to do here. They have lots. This area right in here is very artsy. Again, if you want to go out, if you live anywhere in Palm Beach, you will find yourself coming here to Atlantic Avenue, most likely in downtown Delray Beach. All right, I just zoomed out a little bit further west, and I have where is it? Old school square. Like in here, they do the Delray food market. Food markets, green markets, food markets. They do on Saturdays during the season, and that's where they do it. They'll do concerts in here. Elisabetta's is a very high-end Italian restaurant, well known. El Camino is a Mexican restaurant. So pretty much this whole avenue, if you park your car and just walk the avenue, and there's a lot to do here, whether it's Thursday, Friday, or any day of the week in Delray Beach. So before I leave the map here, I want to zoom out a little bit. A lot of the new construction today in Delray is a lot further west. It's out this way, past the turnpike. If you've heard of the Saturnia Isles is an older one, been around, but Boca Bridges down here. You have Lotus Palm and Lotus Edge. They're right over here in these areas here. So a lot of new construction is this way. But let me tell you this. Those new construction homes on the western part of Delray, it's nice there. That's where the land is. You're going to spend about $1.5 million, $2 million. That's the price range out there. Don't have to spend as much in the Enclave at Sherwood Park. The main drive of being in the Enclave is location, because you're so close. You're eastern part of Delray Beach, Florida.
I hope that was helpful. In a minute, we're going to go to some of the models, so stick around. I'm going to go into the models they have. What I like is one of the models that they use is the Mystique, which is a very flexible model. So here at Pulte, they have the same, whether it's Devasta is a subdivision of Pulte, but the parent company is Pulte. A lot of the same models that they use here, they use in other communities that we've highlighted before. As an example, up in Avenir, there's a community called Avondale, and they have the same exact, not all of them, but they have the same models here that they have up there. So if you're buying here at the Enclave at Sherwood Park, you're going to be utilizing the same models from some of the other communities that's representative of Pulte in and around the area here in Palm Beach, Florida. One of the other benefits with using us is that I speak to all the builders, and I know what the landscape is in all the communities and what they're offering. Like as an example, today I know that if you walked in that door with me, of course, and you wanted to know what their incentives were, today it's $30,000. If you're financing and use their lender, they will give you $30,000 in incentives to buy today. Now, by the time you watch this video, it's very likely that the incentive is different. The builders, they raise and they lower them depending on demand. But here's one thing that doesn't change. We use us as a resource. There are incentives all around Palm Beach all the time, and you can utilize us to help find you the deal that here, buying new construction here in Palm Beach, Florida. So here we are walking in the Mystique model, one of their more popular models here at the Enclave at Sherwood Forest. I always like to look at this when I come into any of these homes and see what the ceilings are. The way this house is set up, it's a long entry foyer. You follow me if you want to see, get a sense of what that looks like. One of the things about this is probably their most popular model here at the Enclave at Sherwood Park. Pulte is the parent company of Devasta. They actually call this a Pulte home, as you can see here. They don't technically use a Devasta title for this, but here we have 4 floor plans on this at this community. One of which is not selling, doesn't sell as well, so they sell a lot of the 3 others, but probably of all of them, the Mystique, where we are now, is the most flexible. Using my cheat sheet, and if you want it, I'll send it to you as always. They'll say the square footage is anywhere between 1,889 square feet under air to 2,186. So technically, it's It's can be one of the smaller homes and it can be one of the larger homes, because I went into one of the quick deliveries. We'll show you a quick delivery home in a minute, and through our B-roll and whatnot. But one of the things you'll find is that the one we went in, they bumped out here. They bumped out the home into the backyard. So that gives you a little bit of personalization, flexibility. The lots are nice here, and you can get the lot. I'll go outside in a minute and we'll talk about the lots, but the pricing of the lots is very flexible. You can get a back-to-back lot for very inexpensive, or you can get something on the water that's a lot more money. One of the things that they have here at the Enclave at Sherwood Forest, or Sherwood Park, they call it Sherwood Park for Sherwood Forest, is that they have a lot of flexibility on delivery dates. You can buy some homes today, like right now, for immediate delivery. They've been actually opened about 3 months already, and they're selling fairly well. It's a smaller community, as I mentioned, and they're selling pretty well. They started building these homes literally, middle of last year, so going on about 6 months. That's why they have some that are available right now. In fact, I think they have 6 available right this minute. You can also do to be built. I wanted to show you this. Here, hang on. Oh, that's a Mystique that they're advertising that by the time you see this video, it's not likely to be available. But just to give you an idea, that Mystique that they have here, it's the way it's geared is a 2-bedroom plus a flex and a 3-bedroom. And it's a total of 2,039 square feet under air. And they're selling it all in for $1,058,000. So that's one of the quick move-ins. They also have some quick deliveries that are you can move in, not necessarily right now, but between now and the time to build. Good question, right? You asked, how long does it take to build? If you're building from scratch, you can expect roughly 9 months. She actually did tell me when I spoke with the builder here earlier today, she did tell me 8 months, but I hesitate to say that because I know that things always have a tendency to slow down. So I would expect somewhere between 9 months to a year if you're thinking about buying and personalize. Look at this room, and personalizing here at the Enclave at Sherwood Park. So this is pretty cool. One thing I got to show this. I don't see this too often, so I'm going to use this opportunity to explain it. As you know, we are a new home co-broker. We do a lot of new construction, and we work with all the builders. We know the builders really well. One of the benefits we have working with a company like ours is we can point you in the direction of which makes the most sense for your family. If you walk into the builder directly, they won't sell you their stuff. We have flexibility to go to other builders, but all of them have something like this in place. Warranty stuff, 1 year coverage, 2 year, 1, 2, 5, 10. So they have, when you buy a new construction home, one of the benefits is you get these kind of warranties. Pretty much everything in the home is a 1 year guarantee. So if your washing machine or your refrigerator or anything like that, an appliance goes down, that'll be covered. When you go all the way out to 10 years, now we're talking structural stuff. So if there is something structurally wrong, they give you a guarantee for up to 10 years. So when you close on your home in any new construction builder, they will give you these warranties as a package, and they call it the 1, 2, 5, 10, or just some variation of that. Every builder's a little bit different, but for the most part, most builders, rely on that kind of structure. So it's one of the benefits if you're buying new construction versus existing. One of the benefits is you get access to these warranties that help protect you down the line. So one of the things about this community is the sizes are pretty similar, and the pricing is pretty similar, except for the lots. I'm going to talk about the lots in a minute. The Mystique can start as low as $890,000. It can go higher depending on what you do. The square footage is like 1889, and they go up to about 2,100 and change. So they're all pretty similar in size. They're pretty similar in pricing. It depends on the options. It depends on the lake, the lot lakes. It's more money if you're on a lake. More of that in a minute. So here I am. I'm on their model row, and it's not a huge, because it's a smaller community, it's not a huge model row. In fact, it's only 2 houses. You have the Mystique, and you have the, I forget which one this is called. This is where the sales center is, the Plumeria, I believe it is. It is Prestige. It's the Prestige. So they have two models on site here. The Mystique is, like I said before, is one of their more popular ones. I got to talk about independent representation. If you walk in their sales site on your own, I think you're absolutely crazy. That's their sales site, and they're really good. We highly recommend independent representation, and that's what we do at Living in Palm Beach, Florida. We help represent you when working with the builders. We do relocations. That's our primary business. So we get a lot of people moving down here from other areas, and they utilize a company like ours at Living in Palm Beach, Florida, to rely on pointing you guys in the right direction. If you want us to help you out, we need to be in there on your first visit. So I say you're crazy. If you walk into that sales site on your own, you're basically negotiating, doing everything directly with the seller, directly with the builder. Not that they're bad people, but they're going to be biased in what they're offering you. They're going to, of course, sell you their new home. If there's something existing out that way, they're not going to tell you about it because they don't want you to know about it. We at Living in Palm Beach, Florida, we do existing homes, we do new construction, and we want to do what's best for you. And if this is not the right community, I work personally with all the builders, and I can help point you in another builder that might be a better fit for you and your family. It's not just the introduction that we do here at Living in Palm Beach. We will be there for your whole journey when it comes to new home construction. Contracts. Not that we're attorneys, but we've seen enough of these contracts to know what you should be looking for. If you're out of town and you want us to film like your home, like they're under construction, we could do that. If you want help on the inspection, guidance on that, if the builder lets us come along or do it on your behalf, which we've done, we will do that. So we will be there for the journey. We have a transaction coordinating team that helps keeps these bills accountable. So again, we highly recommend independent representation, and it's one of the things that we recommend versus walking in to that sales center. More on the HOA in a little bit, but that's the under construction. That's their clubhouse. They've been building this community before they really opened the sales center. But I want to start and talk a little bit about the lots. When you buy your home here at the Enclave, what to expect in terms of pricing. So I think these are nice lots here. You can see one of the things about Florida is there's a lot of great wildlife here. One of my recent videos, I had a sandhill crane in the background. You can see something down there. We have a lot of unusual birds. And here's funny about this, and I didn't realize this in the word snowbirds. Yes, we will get an increase in bird population here in the wintertime. They really do have snowbirds, not just people, but birds. These lakes, they love to hang out on these lakes, and hopefully the gators, and that's the other question we get a lot of. Do you have alligators? Yes, we do. We get alligators down here. But in general, they do stay away from you. That's my experience. I've been down here 18 years, and it's rare. You just don't see an alligator come out of the water, come after you. It's not it. If I was walking a dog, that's a different story. Reach out to our team. If you're a dog lover, you have a dog, and what the risks might be there, I'd love to explain that to you. But getting back to lot pricing, you can get a lot here at Sherwood, at the Enclave at Sherwood, for little as $1,000. One of the lots down there, I'll drop a little bit B-roll of it, is a back-to-back lot, they call it. You can get that lot for $1,000. So you can buy your base price of your home, put your upgrades, and spend literally $1,000 on that lot. And they do go up to $180,000. So if you get a lot that is on a lake in a good part of the lake, you will pay $180,000. In general, the demand is higher for a lake view. That's why they do it. And the other thing I want to say is I'm just going to go here and show you a little briefly. The homes are on 0 lot lines, and if you want to know more about what that is, reach out to our team. It's a little bit different here. 0 lot line definition in Delray Beach is a little bit different than other places. They do give you a lot more latitude. 0 lot lines aren't exactly against the house. They do have like a 5-foot buffer, which is larger than most places. But again, we do a lot of new construction. We work with a lot of builders, and we see lots of communities have 0 lot lines. Not all of them do. If you want to know which ones do and which ones don't, reach out to our team. So how big are the lots? That's a question. I got to cover that. The typical lot is about 50 feet wide. So this way, from side to side, to about 124 square feet deep. That's the other factor when it comes to pricing of the lots. The bigger the lot, obviously, the more money. So when you're pricing out your home, you look at the base price. By the way, if you go to the website, don't register on the website. Reach out to our team. We'll register for you. If you go and register on their website, they will assign you to a consultant. You don't want that. You want the best consultant in the community. We'll help guide you on that. But if you go to their website, they will just show you the base price of the house. The real price, like here living in Palm Beach, we live in Realville. You got to look at the base price of the house, the lot premium, and those are lots of factors I mentioned that go into that, and also the upgrades that you might go into. We are seeing people using their guidance anywhere from 10%. Some people spend 50, some people spend 100. It's all a little bit different, but in general, around Palm Beach, the guidance I'd give you is roughly to expect to pay in options about 15% of your purchase price. I know I've used the term Sherwood Forest, and the official name really is Sherwood Park. Just bear with me. I do know people, even the builders, call this Sherwood Forest. But the official name of the community is Enclave at Sherwood Park. I want to review the HOA fees with you. I have this sheet here. If you want me to send this to you, I will. It'll give the details to what this community provides. The main thing with this community, as I mentioned, is the location and the proximity to the beach and the proximity to downtown Delray Beach. The HOA fee, let me just cut right to the chase, is $525 per month per home. It is priced as if the community is full, so they're not going to raise the price as the community develops. This is what they expect the HOA to be when it's a full community. Reach out to our team if you want to know how that works, because there is a process. Once the community is about 90% sold and moved into, they will turn the HOA over to the residents, and then the residents take over from the builder. And at that point, the residents will control how much the HOA is. But remember, they're residents too. They have to pay the same thing you do. So they have a vested interest in keeping it low. But my experience is, and I'm an HOA president, so I understand this. As board members of HOAs, we try, and our goal is, our objective is to either beat or at least meet the inflation rate. There are certain things you cannot control on HOA, like the cost of electricity, cost of landscaping, cost of lots of stuff. So condos, we've done video on condos recently. That's a big problem. Reach out to our team. If you didn't see our video on the condo crisis, you need to watch that. If you're considering a condo because you don't have the money, you need to be aware. It's a risk. Reach out to our team and watch that video if that's what you're thinking, after this one, of course. But $525 is the HOA fee. It includes home and garden, landscape, irrigation, internet, high-speed internet. So I know I said that fast, but they will take care of all the common areas, the landscaping. They will take care of your individual. Not all communities do that. It's been our experience that some of the lower HOAs, they have you take care of it. One of the factors with that is, if you mow your lawn and they don't do it, it's like you do it on Tuesday, they don't do it till Friday, there's going to be a difference. It's sort of better when they take care of it on their own. It's a little bit more uniform, it's even. And if you do it on your own, you're going to have to spend that money out of your pocket. Although the HOA is lower, I'd prefer, all things being equal, is my personal view, I would prefer to have it because they have economies of scale, and they could usually price it better than you can going out individually. But anyways, landscaping, irrigation is expensive. It can be. They usually, most of these communities get the irrigation to water the land water the lawn from the lake. That's a tongue twister. Wow. And they'll take care of, like, if your irrigation pump breaks down or something like that, they'll help you with that. Also, high-speed internet. If you go out and to buy that on your own, that's going to be more money. Lake maintenance. So they actually do have people who maintain that lake out there to make sure it doesn't grow algae and things like that. Resort-style pool, clubhouse, fitness center, and a tot lot. So they do have amenities. It's not going to be as elaborate as you will get like at Lotus in Boca, nearby Boca. But Again, you're going to spend a lot less money here than you will there. So if you want a community with good amenities, really close to downtown Delray, I would check out Enclave at Sherwood Park in Delray Beach. So we're talking about HOAs, and one of the things that they do have here is a gate here, as you can see. Now, one of the factors I don't think everyone knows and realizes, they have to speak with the city about getting permission to what kind of gate and so forth. I did a new construction community highlight on a community called Sienna in Cooper City. They weren't allowed to have a gate. So the builders work in conjunction with the city on things. But in the terms of HOA, this community does have a gate. It's a virtual gate. It's not a man gate. And one of the reasons they do that is to keep BHOA lower. Delray Beach, the Enclave at Sherwood Park, paradise here in South Florida.